What's up, everybody? We need to grab some potions, man. This way I can finally complete 6.4. Get them 100% Act 6 rewards and all that. So, yeah, man, let's get into it. Just at Marvel Champions. Okay, dearest at Marvel Champions. PG, quick question. What made you, to become a bald cap? To become a bald cap? Well, I'm not a bald cap. I'm just wearing one, dude. Okay, Give me potions or give me death. Or something like that. Yes! No! Okay. Do it. Alright, what's up, everybody? You guys doing? Rip not 3 forward saying who needs potions when you have units. Rip. Thank you very much for the 5, dude. I mean, you're totally right. I could just spend my units, but I'm probably going to need to spend those units on revives or something, so we need some potions. Slap. Thank you, Rip. I appreciate it, man. Good to see you as always, man. Bushido Brown, send it over pound. Bushido Brown, where you at? What do you call a fake turd? A shampoo. Oh, wow. Already? Bushido Brown, really? Boo. Bananas, I mean potions. Hey there, champ. What's up, Royal? What's up, MSD? So, hey. Bavaria. Moon Knight was the first one in here. Got Pixie Bell. What's up, everybody? Let's get to it, man. So I don't really have an exact goal for the number of potions that I want to farm, but I do want some potions, man. I do want some potions. Let me see. Who do I want to go in with? I'm running suicides right now, so probably not going to do full clears. Could still do full clears, but I think I'm just going to go for more of speed on the first 2 fights kind of thing. I guess let's go with this dude right here. Actually, I want to get started with Omega Red here. This team was already good. Let's just do some Omega Red. Let's do that. BG, why do people always bring Sabretooth into Alliance War? What synergy does he have? I will show you. It's Omega Red's best synergy. Right here. For Omega Red, 30% faster rate to inflict death spores and 30% longer rate for death spores to be removed. That's pretty much how Omega Red's abilities work, is based off of his death spores. So, it's really important. It's not required to play the champion, but it does make him a lot better. Mighty Ducks is on HBO, Baldy? Ooh, Pixie Bell. Okay. That's cool. B. Daniels. At over 20. Dude, B. Daniels. Saying tweet. Or more of tweet. There's a reason for larger amount. If not, no worries. Okay. Well, let me check Twitter. Hold on. Hang on. Hold the phone. Clint also said over 10 saying, who loves the PG? This guy. Clint. Dude, thank you very much, man. Appreciate the 10, appreciate the love. And this Winter Soldier seems to not want to throw his special, and that's okay. You don't have to throw your special, buddy. Did this guy throw a single special this entire fight? Ah, there we go. Dang, I was hoping we could do the entire fight without him throwing a special. That would have been sick. Man, you guys are way too kind. way too kind with these super chats, man. Bushido Brown also said over another pound. And last 3. That's a lot of last 3s. Alright, hold on. Before we do that, then, let me pop on over to Twitter here. So what do we got? Have path A and B left. Any way you could suggest team so I don't gotta search through your 72-hour vids. Path A and path B? We could take a little look. Let's pop in there real quick, sure. I'll try my best, at least. B. Daniels, thank you so much for the super generous 20, man. Okay, let me see. Let's see here. Let's see. 6.2.5. Let's cut some of these 4-star scrub champions. Maybe I should just do full clears. I don't know. Nah, I probably won't. Alright, anyway. Path A and Path B. So, this path. I can't tell you exactly who you should use for this, but I used largely a combination of Omega Red, Namor, Hyperion, and Void, I believe. I think those were like my champions, pretty much. I used Omega Red for a bunch of these fights. I think I might have used Stark Spidey for this fight, actually. That might have been my 5th champion, if I didn't bring in a synergy champ or something. That or I used Hyperion for, or maybe I cut Hyperion. I for some reason remember using Stark Spidey for that fight. Of course, you know, Void for that fight. This path took a few tries, so I used a combination of Namor and Omega Red for this one. I think I ultimately went with Omega Red to save Namor's health, only because, you know, itemless. Not even sure who I used for this. Either either Omega Red or Void. This one wasn't too bad. Also not terrible, but it has that shock, which I used Namor for this fight because of that shock. And then, yeah, just whoever I had alive for this last one, I think. That's pretty much who I used for that path. And then B. Oh man, this is like one of my favorite fights in here, actually. This 1% regen Venom with Caustic Temper and Breakthrough. This was Hyperion all the way. I just did parry, 1 medium attack, and then only heavy attacks from there. But yeah, I'm sure I also used a combination of basically Namor and Omega Red for the rest of these, and some Hyperion mixed in. A little bit of Void, you know. That's pretty much it. Like for both of these paths, that was kind of my go-to team. Of course, some of these fights are definitely ghostable. Some of them may not be, but yeah. That's who I used at least. So, okay. Bushido Brown, though. Let me see. You said last 3. What is this? Let me get into the actual next fight for potion farming real quick first. I was fired from the calendar factory because I took a day off. I feel like someone just said that yesterday, man, or something like that a couple days ago. Just heard about the nasty divorce between my friend Ruth and her husband. Apparently, he is now ruthless. Thursdays are depressing, but if you wait 2 days, it'll be Saturday. These are all terrible, B. Oh, excuse me, B. Daniels. I almost... Dude, that's the second time I almost threw you under the bus. You did nothing wrong. Just because there's a B in the name. Bushido Brown. These are all terrible, dude. Why? Boo. Croy said over 2 as well, saying, did you see Hector's vid, or at least the title? Sad face. Also hi. I did actually see the vid, yeah. It's more of the same. It's just more of the same, basically. The same conversation. Where prestige, there's no obtainable, there's no way possible for someone to actually catch up prestige-wise, without spending crazy amounts on Cavalier crystals and things like that. And yeah, it sucks, man, but it's the same conversation. Hopefully Kabam does something about it. I don't know if they actually will, but man, I sure hope they do. And then the nodes, yeah, Hector's been talking about those nodes. So a lot of the, I mean, he kind of mentioned it in the CCP. So otherwise I wouldn't bring it up myself, because those conversations, it's whatever people, private conversations. But a lot of things do get brought up in those CCP chats, and that's something that he's been talking a lot about, the nodes, a lot in there. So how he wants to see them improve. And yeah, I think it'd be cool if nodes work like that too. But Daniels, you said over another buck, saying the electro, I was wondering, with poison and permanent 1% regen. Yeah, I used both Omega Red and Namor are capable of doing that fight. I think you also used Blade with Ghost Rider synergy. Technically, it's possible to do that fight with champions like King Groot, because King Groot he'll shrug off that poison, and he will now at least. But even before, he would just outlive the poison, and you could just do special ones with the Despair Mastery to reduce the healing. Venom the Duck had a kind of a similar situation going on where you could build him up, right, to do that too. There might be some new champions that came out since that time that are able to do it, but those were like the ones that I know of. But yeah, it took me a few tries to get through that path. That path was really tough to do. And yeah, sometimes I used Namor, and sometimes I used Omega Red. Yeah. Didn't think Void would be good? Yeah, no, Void, I don't think Void is good for that fight. I don't recommend using Void for that fight. Hashtag 22-0, Enzo versus Dreamin'? Oh no, wait, what happened? That didn't act, no, what? 22-0? Tell me there wasn't, is that just the hashtag leading into something? But Enzo, what's up, man? Thank you for the raid. This is Enzo raid, not Dreamin' raid. Oh my, the Abyss lost its new tag? I accidentally went in there once. I still haven't actually done a single fight in there on this account, other than in the beta. But it lost its new tag a few weeks ago, actually. Isn't Hyperion a whole lot faster? For what? For that Electro fight we still talking about? I don't know how Electro, or I'm sorry, how Hyperion would do versus that Electro. I don't think he would do particularly well, if I had to guess. Because there's the global do not go gentle node. So if you're sitting there trying to like spam L1s to cut healing, dude, you gotta pay for that later on. But for someone like, Omega Red, if you keep 10 spores in the opponent with your heavy attack and the degen and stuff like that, you'll come out ahead in that fight. Like, it's, with some medium attacks thrown in there too, of course, and everything, but he's for sure capable. But Daniel sent over another bug saying, if I use Hype Special 1, was what we were just talking about. If I use Hype Special 1, don't take damage back from Electro, correct? And could reverse healing? Well, you can't reverse it. You can limit it, but yeah, as I was just saying, I mean, you could probably wear him down and then maybe go in with someone like Ghost at the end there just to do the finishing blow. if you want to do something like that. But as far as actually like one-shotting that fight and handling the do not go gentle node as well, I really cannot see hype being a good option for doing something like that. But of course, just popping a revive might be easier if you can't fit some of those other combination of champions on the team. But B. Daniels, thank you for another buck, dude. Appreciate it, man. Nick Fury has a synergy to remove the poison also. Opens up options. Ooh, yeah. That can be a thing. What's your opinion on KT1? Man, this is kind of a weird question, dude. Like, that's not really what this channel's about. You know, I've got no problems with KT1. I think overall he's a good dude. We disagree sometimes and stuff like that. But just in general, that's a very weird question to ask somebody. Hey, can you talk about another person on your stream? Because if I didn't like the person, well, then it'd be super awkward. What if it was somebody that I didn't like, and then I'm just hating on them for, you know, a few minutes answering your question? So yeah, man. Rather keep it to the game or keep it to not asking about someone else, I guess. Stealth Ghost, sending over a buck. Stealth Ghost, are you gonna say hi? Oh no, you didn't. Okay. Hey BG, I completed Act 6 and got 6-star Heimdall, dupe, Bishop, and Man-Thing dupe. PS hi. Oh, you did say hi. Hi. Okay. Dude, I mean, Man-Thing dupe, you know what I'm saying? That's good. Man. That's crazy that you already had Heimdall, because that would have been such an awesome pull, but the dupe on it, kind of not needed so much, right? Actually, man, I kind of wonder about Heimdall sometimes. I know his damage output kind of sucks, but he's got some utility to him. He's not the worst champ. But hey, man, congrats on completing Act 6. Good stuff, man. I would actually be so stoked to get that Man-Thing dupe. Still kind of hard to find the best use for him, but he's cool, man. Still love Man-Thing. Still my favorite champ. Stealth Ghost, thank you for the buck. Oh, Enzo, I was practicing Quake and dual Dreamin' his Nick Fury 22 times. I lost every time. Oh, no! Well, Enzo, if it makes you feel any better, dude, I probably would have lost 23 times. And more. I don't know if I could do that fight either, dude. Wow, that's a lot of duels, though, man. Some good practice. Kieran, what's up, man? I was looking through my options if I end up getting a skill gem from the variants, and we really need some love for the skill class. So many cool characters that are just so bad. Yeah, the skill class, I think it's my least favorite class. I mean, we have some good champions like you know, Blade, Nick Fury, Aegon. Not necessarily in that order, but just some really good champions there. And then we have a bunch of champions in the skill class that are like, they're not bad, but they're also not like on the same level as, you know, some of the really OP champs in this game. I still think it's kind of funny that like the champion that like can shrug, like, because that's part of what like the skill class's identity is like champions that shrug off you know, debuffs. Either you shrug them off a little bit faster with someone like Blade, or Nick Fury has the synergy, or just his second life shrugging them off. Aegon, of course, shrugs them off, going all the way back to like Agent Venom, Crossbones, right? That's like their abilities. And then they gave Ghost the entire class identity, but in like a better way. Like they were just like, well, you know what? Just allow Ghost to shrug them off and turn them into damage and stuff like that. I think that's kind of what they needed to do more of with the skill class. is instead of just shrugging off debuffs, give them a little bit more of a benefit, you know, in addition to shrugging them off. Then I feel like some of the, I mean, they do have that. It's like there are champions that have that, but they could have played that up a little bit more, you know. Okay, anyway, got a few more super chats here, man. Thank you guys. Jack Hoff sending over £2, just saying bananas. Jack, thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it, man. And then Kanskai. Am I saying that right? I'm not sure if I am, but you sent over £1. Thank you very much. Saying, hey BG, first time catching you live in 2.5 years. Well, dude, welcome. Normally just watching you in the morning. Dude, well, welcome, man. Good to have you. Glad you could finally catch a live stream. Thank you very much for the pound. Appreciate the support. Swadia sending over 20 of them SEKs. Thank you, dude. Saying, what is your opinion on Abyss Collector with the crying face? Oh no, dude. I caught a little bit of your Abyss run, but I didn't catch your Abyss versus Collector. I wasn't there for that part of it. Did it not go well? I haven't done that fight yet. From what I've seen, though, it doesn't seem like the coolest fight ever. Just because, man, the strategy, it kind of goes back to when Collector was in 5.2, and it's just like a death march of just spamming revives and stuff like that. Doesn't seem like you can play around it as well as you can with, you know, maybe like the Grandmaster or the Champion in, you know, 6.2.6 or something like that. But yeah, I haven't done the fight yet, man, so I actually don't even know a ton about the fight other than he like goes unstoppable or something, and people use their ramped up Aegons. And if you don't have like ramped up Aegon, then it could be a brutal time. Dude, thank you very much for them 20 SEKs. How did it go, man? I'm really curious now. I might swap out my champion after this fight. I'm going with someone else. But dude, thank you very much. PG, how's my favorite MCOC YouTuber, J-Mania? I'm doing great, man. If you're, as long as I'm your favorite. Maybe you're asking, like, about Invincible or something like that. And you're just asking how he's doing. But I'm doing great, man. Hope you're doing well. PG finally 100% 6.2 last night. Carl, nice, man. I'm even more impressed that you got through the no retreat lane with no items. Amazing. Well, thank you, man. It took a lot of effort. Took a whole lot of effort, but thank you, dude. What do you think about Transformers Forged to Fight? I never played it. It just seemed like a game that's very similar to MCOC. But, you know, it's kind of interesting. Like, I was never really into Transformers or Marvel for that matter. You know, but I was more into Marvel than I was into Transformers. Like, I did, you know, play some other games that had Marvel characters in it, of course, like Marvel vs. Capcom or the X-Men arcade game, things like that. Had some cards, so I was at least, like, familiar with these characters. The Transformers ones, you know, I am just not familiar with the Transformers characters at all. So right off the bat, a little bit less interesting of an IP to me. I did see, like, you know, although it did look a lot like an MCOC clone kind of thing, I did see that they had some, like, innovating things in that game. And I kind of was curious to check it out just to see how it compared, just like feel-wise to MCOC, because I know they had like a 3D kind of effect to it where you can like swipe in the background, I think, like you swipe up, or something, and then actually they pulled some of the features from that game and put them in MCOC, like the percentage on the health bar. Might be some new people in here that may not know this. The percentage on the health bar, that actually that wasn't always a thing. In the past, it was just health bar and no percentage, and I love that they added that, man. I love being able to see the actual percentage, so yeah. There was a couple of other little things too. I think like the pause. I don't use this a whole lot, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure that originated in the Forge to Fight game. Yeah, I never played it. Anyway, Orange Juice sending over €5 saying, "Yo, BG, how do you know that an orange is getting too much sun? It starts peeling." Oh, Orange Juice. Also, what's the best way to farm potions? Just Winter Soldier, Cat Marvel, or all of Realm of Legends? I think the fastest way is just doing these first 2 fights. But if you're really speedy with like Aegon clearing the whole thing, then technically I think that's like just as fast and less monotonous, I would say. So I think that's kind of the best part, or the best thing to do when you're farming potions, is just find a way to not make yourself go crazy. So, you know, maybe start out going for speed, whatever champion's your fastest, getting through the first couple fights. And then from there, don't worry so much about the efficiency. Just kind of play around with different champions that you have. And it's a good way to practice, especially. Like, you know, so I don't have a Ghost yet. But when I get Ghost, I'll probably use her in Realm of Legends to farm potions just for practice. Actually, when Namor came out, Namor's the best example. So, you know, I understood Namor's abilities like as soon as I got him. You know, it doesn't take that long to figure out, like, okay, you get to spam specials with the guy, right? But dude, I actually just spent like 10 hours inside of Realm of Legends just having fun. I was doing it while on Discord during like Legacy's Legends run, actually, which, oh man. Speaking of those, oh no, I always feel so bad because I usually don't bring much to the conversation. But yeah, I was just like farming in Realm of Legends, just having a good time. And when somebody would say something to me, then, you know, I'd say something back. But that's what I was doing. And yeah, man, like, you can get like 75% of the way there playing a champion, just learning their abilities, doing the fight a couple times. But then to get the rest of the way to, you know, like 90% and beyond, you really gotta play with the champion a lot. So I was just speed running through, and I wasn't worried about getting like the fastest and most efficient ways to get potions. It was more of how can I improve my skills with Namor. But Orange Juice, thank you very much for the €5. Boo to you, though. Wait, so yeah, hold on. The whole path was 1320 units worth of revives. The collector was like triple that. Ugh, dude. Yeah, that sounds brutal, man. That sounds brutal. Alright, I was curious. Okay. Cons sending over another £1. Thank you, dude. Let me see. Sane, could you please advise on Variant 3 power gain and all or nothing paths? I ranked 5 Sentinel and crushed all of the paths, but now I'm stuck. No other good tech champs as well. Thanks. Sure. So the power gain path is one of the few paths that you're not going to have a good time if you use Sentinel for it. You know, a lot of people used Doc Ock for it, and I didn't have a high ranked Doc Ock, so I used Stark Spidey, and he got the job done as well, because you can actually stun lock in that quest if you bring Stark Spidey plus the Miles Morales synergy that gives him an additional, I think it's 30% duration on stuns, And then the global node in that quest, just for having more tech champions, you get an additional 10% duration on all debuffs as well. So that includes stuns. So I use Stark Spidey. I don't know other options aside from those two. I'm sure there are other options. Well, actually, Ghost is probably another option if you have the Hood synergy. You can kind of push them to L3s. But yeah, those are like the two best options I know of. If you don't have those champions yet, and you don't necessarily need like 5-star versions of them, like a maxed out 4-star will allow you to get by. Because like I said, for Stark Spidey especially, you're stun locking the opponent. It can be a little bit tricky to get that first special one off, but when you get that first special one off, like, you know, you're there. And Stark Spidey has that heavy attack that you can power drain and stuff like that. So that's an option. I'm not sure what other options exist outside of those two. Maybe someone in the chat knows. For the all or nothing paths, though, the all or nothing, I think there's only one all or nothing path in that quest, and that has the recharge ability on it, which you don't attack normally for that. You just sit back and hold block, and you build up your power, and you get to launch your own specials. And normally you get to fire off a few specials before the opponent gets to use a single special 3. So if you just have hard-hitting champions, then yeah, like you know, like I use Mysterio for it, I think, and I didn't have to use Mysterio, but Mysterio has a high damage output on his special 3, so I kind of did that for fun. But I don't think you need anyone super specific. You just need, you know, high-ranked tech champion that has hard-hitting special 3s, and just sit back, hold block. I mean, it doesn't have to be a special 3 as well. Like, you could use other specials, but I kind of liked using a special 3. That way it would send the opponent across the screen, and you wouldn't get yourself backed up against the wall. So that's how I went about that path. If there's another all or nothing path in there, man, I can't remember it. I hope that's the only one. I hope I'm not thinking of something else. But if there is another all or nothing path, then you could use, and it's not the recharge path, then you could, again, turn to someone like Stark Spidey and stun lock. The Big Stick sending over 5, saying 8 tips for 5.4 Ultron. How tough would it be with a 550 blade with Ghost Rider synergy? Tough, but doable. That fight, that Ultron, he hits pretty hard, man. But Blade's a good option for it. Because of course you have danger senses, and you're gonna prevent some of his abilities from working and stuff like that. The tips I have is really that you just have to watch for the debuffs that Ultron is cycling. So Ultron, he has these dormant buffs that are grayed out, and anytime you land a debuff on him, it activates whatever debuff is cycling. So if this includes parry stuns. So if you try to parry stun him or land any other kind of debuff while he has power gain or healing active, you're gonna have a bad time. Unless you have a way to, you know, with Blade you're gonna have a bad time at least. Like if you have a champion that reverses those things, then it's okay. But you really want to like block and bait out heavy attacks to get your openings if he has those buffs, the power gain or healing on him. And if he has the armor up or the attack icon, then it's okay to parry him. He gains a ton of armor though, so you might still want to just bait out heavy attacks and just kind of go about the fight that way. I think it's kind of tough to one-shot with a 550 blade. But you know, if you just block and bait out heavies and things like that, and then watch for his evade that he's gonna have, you know, you can get the fight done with a 550. I think when that content first came out, like most people were using rank 4 5-star champions, and if you're able to get a good rank 4 option at least, that would of course be very helpful. But dude, thank you very much for the 5. I hope that helps. If that didn't make sense what I was saying, there are some videos out there about that fight. I've made a couple myself, using Nebula and using Medusa, but I didn't use Blade. But I do know other people use Blade, so. But thank you, dude. DG, you running out of hoodies, or are you outsizing your hoodies? Neither, man. It's just getting a bit warmer. So I don't really want to use hoodie. We don't have any no AC, no air conditioning. So, because like a lot of places around here don't have it just because it doesn't get that hot. It gets warm for sure, but in Seattle it doesn't get that hot. You a good YouTuber? Thanks, McBlues. Alright, I said I was going to change out my team. Let's go ahead and do that a little bit. Just going to pop it over to Colossus. This max damage per second. You can do with your Omega with the Death Field and 30 full spores with degen. I actually don't know. I mean, we could try to math it out a little bit here. So his Awaken ability, it actually doesn't scale with attack. Yeah, it even says it in there. This damage scales with base attack only. I don't know if it's a bug or what, but actually synergies do affect this. So if you have some attack synergies on your team, it will affect that. But yeah, I just like to consider that, 2,000 damage per second. And then Death Fields, this is affected. Oh no, wow, it is only scaling with base attack. I thought it actually was affected by boosted attack. Look at that, I learned something about a champion that I play all the freaking time. Okay, so 87, so let's just call that like 90 if you have a little bit of an attack synergy. So 90 per second times 30, so 2,700 plus the 2,000 from the Awaken ability. So we're looking at just under. Oh, and wait, we forgot about the degen from the heavy attack. Here we go. Inflicts a degen debuff for 7 seconds, dealing 365 damage for each death spore on the opponent. Okay, so that would be. I'm just gonna round that to 370. Times 30. It's 11,000 divided by 7, so that's about 1,585. So yeah, it's like 6,300, roughly 6,300 damage per second with those things, and then of course Omega Red's regular attacks. I'm gonna start calling you Kevin. All right, Kevin. All right, Pixie Bell, sure. All right, let's change it up a little bit. Just gonna run the Colossus team. Who do I normally run with Colossus? I always kind of forget. We need Emma. Can you see Emma on this team, or do I need to go somewhere else to get it? I think I need to go somewhere else to get it. There we go. Last champ. I always forget who I bring in for last champ. So you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring Hyperion. And we're going to run a little bit of a... actually, this is going to be bad. I was about to say I'm going to run like a combination. Use Colossus for first fight. Use Hyperion for second fight. But actually, that's... I don't have any of the synergies for Hyperion. So that would kind of suck. I probably should have just included like Wolverine or something. Need that mutant on the team, man. Get that extra armor up. All that. So here's the thing I don't like about Colossus. I feel like I have to pay more attention to the fight. You know, you want to try to parry his bullets and stuff like that on the L1. Oh, jeez. You want to not get punched in the face. Damn it, dude. Why, Winter Soldier? Why? You don't have to do this, but it just makes you want to with Colossus. Can you imagine how overpowered Omega Red would be if his spore damage scaled to modified attack? Would be insane. It would be insane, man. It would be incredibly insane. It's one of the reasons why Omega Red, if you don't have any like boosts on or something like that, like Omega Red, he's pretty fast when going through content. But other champions tend to scale better, like you know, Ghost and Corvus when it comes to Legends runs and things like that, you know. Why pay attention when Colossus can auto fight? I know, man. You're totally right. I'm gonna use Hyperion anyway, but this is probably not gonna go super well. Really like the Old Man Logan / Wolverine synergy? Yeah, I'm probably gonna switch to that in a second here. But I figured, I already joined the quest. Let's see how bad this is without synergies. And suicides. I'm going to be taking a lot of damage. Bully tweet. Remember, I'm Jim Gordon on Twitter, the guy with the day bar. Okay. Give me 1 sec. We'll go check it out. Ebony Maw is good for defense? Yeah, Ebony Maw is a good defender. Sadly, she doesn't have much of a use beyond that. Oh, wait. Did I just say she? Whoops. Oh, wow, we got super lucky there. Wasn't paying attention. Thought I got a stun. Yeah, man, without the synergies, Hype is a little bit of a slow boy when it comes to doing the potion farm. Gee, what are the best champs for Labyrinth? Well, the best is Aegon. There's a lot of good champions for Labyrinth, though. I think Venom the Duck is an underrated champion for Labyrinth, you know. I think he'll be pretty good. Once you get him ramped up the right way. You do have to sit through a bunch of L3s, though, which could be annoying. But yeah, there's a lot of good champions for it. And pretty much any, you know, like beyond Aegon, most any like top tier champion can do Labyrinth. Actually, Colossus, since I have him on the team, he's pretty good for it. But Star-Lord, Stark Spidey, Blade, Domino, you know, just want some high damage output. Okay, wait, Twitter. So I was gonna go to Twitter. What do we got here? What do we got? I've now done 3 epic rifts. I've gotten a full 5-star crystal and got Namor, got 1,000 6-star shards, and now got another full 5-star crystal and pulled this. Dude, nice, man. You're killing it. Getting some really good stuff there, man. Good stuff. Alright. Let's keep it going. That would be one ugly lady? Well, it's got... Ugly man, ugly lady. Either way you look at it, Ebony Maw ain't the most attractive person in the contest, you know? Or whatever he is. Alien? I don't know what that guy is. You probably already answered this, but why don't you open your free crystals? I don't really have a good reason. There's not going to be any answer that's going to be satisfying to you. In the past, I was holding them for the like the follow-up to Labyrinth, because I wasn't really using too many items anyway, and yeah, I was just thinking like, well, I'll save those for a rainy day. But, yeah, at this point, I don't know if that rainy day is ever coming, man. At this point, I'm just collecting them. And they're collecting dust. At some point, I'm sure I'll open them, but... Oh my god, dude, seriously? Can't land a parry to save my life. It's a good special, though. Sick Juggalo set it over $1. Thanks, man. Saying ABG, should I rank 5 my 5-star Omega, not awakened, or Darkhawk, awakened? Run suicides, need to complete Act 6 and all variants. Yeah. Omega Red without his awaken ability is not that good. So I don't recommend going with Omega Red. I don't know what synergies, or not synergies, what SIG level your Darkhawk is. Generally, I think he needs to be pretty high SIG level as well. Just because the way his SIG scales to increase Darkhawk's attack and stuff like that. I don't know if either of them are super amazing when it comes to the variants. There is, you know, variant 3, the tech variant, where I'm sure Darkhawk will do just fine. But even then, people tend to use other tech champions to get through there. As far as Act 6 goes, I think Darkhawk is a good overall character, but I can't say I have experience using him in Act 6, so I don't know like what his limitations are, kind of thing. So yeah, man, I wish I had a better answer for you, but between those two, just kind of in general, I find you know, Omega Red to not be super useful unless he's awakened. He can still do some fights. I use my 6-star unawakened in like the 6-star gates and things like that, but a lot of Omega Red's damage comes from his awaken ability. And, you know, the way that you can kind of slow play fights to play around their other abilities while dealing damage with your with his awaken ability, that's a huge part of what makes Omega Red. Whoops, did I just do this fight with Omega Red? Let's quit out. So yeah, Darkhawk I think is great, and I would I'd favor him between those two. I just don't know like the exact limitations in Act 6 kind of thing, you know. But thank you for the buck, Clint. Set it over another 10, Clint. Thank you, man. Saying, can I buy Vowel BG? Yes. I'll take an E. What? Oh man, is this? Are you just watching Wheel of Fortune right now and just felt like saying this, or is there some other joke that is possibly going over my head in this one? Man, dude, I used to love Wheel of Fortune. That was my favorite game show. 'Cause it was like, you know, I didn't know of all that many game shows. It was like that and Jeopardy, and I'm like, dude, I don't know any of these answers on Jeopardy. Screw that. I just want to spin a big ass wheel and guess a letter. So yeah. But Clint, dude, thank you so much for another 10. Still really curious if something's going over my head here. Colossus needs to be awakened? No, he doesn't need to be awakened. His awakened ability certainly is helpful, especially for longer fights. But he doesn't need to be awakened. It allows him to ramp up though. Like, so Colossus, he's just a great champion just in general because of the immunities that he has, and his damage output just at a baseline is pretty decent. But his damage kind of goes through the roof when he gets to ramp up with his awakened ability, giving him permanent armor breaks. And that's when you start seeing the real crazy numbers. But you can use them in regular quests just fine, unawakened. Want to spin a big ass wheel and guess the answer, BG 2020. Yeah, pretty much. BG, what are some tips to complete Act 5, Chapter 1? So, the first quest in there is Flare, and yeah, for Flare, I don't really recommend bringing in too many synergy champions. You really just want to have like 5 powerful, hard-hitting champions that can get through those fights quickly. That before you take too much degen damage. And the degen for, I think, like all of the nodes in that first chapter, it's class-based. So if you have a class advantage on the Flare node, you're not going to take as much damage from it. Keep in mind that oh, Price is Right. Oh, dude, actually, yeah, I take it back. Price is Right was my favorite. But keep in mind that yeah, oh man, you also spun a big ass wheel on the Price is Right. But anyway, keep in mind that there's also like role reversal. I can't remember if it's in all of 5.1, but it's like a reverse class advantage kind of thing. So yeah, just pay attention to see if that node's there or not. He's also a tank. Colossus? Yeah, dude. He's also pretty freaking tanky. Armor breaks? Did I say armor break? I meant armor up if I said armor break. BG, would you rank 5 Omega or Colossus first? Both awakened. Sig 80, only have Act 6, 100% left to do. I personally find Omega Red to be more useful. As long as I'm running suicides. But they're both super powerhouse champions, man. And my Omega Red is also Sig 200. At Sig 80, I'm not sure. At Sig 80, might find Colossus more enjoyable to use. I don't know. It's kind of a tough call. There is certain things that both of the champions can do that make them special. The bleed damage reduction, especially when you have that 1 point in Coagulate, that allows Omega Red to heal when he's bleeding. That's a pretty big deal. But of course, there's fights where Omega Red is not good and Colossus will be better, and yeah. Come on, buddy. Thank you. Oh, what? He's still alive? Son of a... But he was down. Okay. Clint, never saw a follow-up from you. I was taking a look. Still curious if I missed something, but I'm just gonna assume you're having a good time and just thinking about Wheel of Fortune or something, man. Which, hey, man, I think that's cool. Love me some Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Scotty Lang sending over 2. Well, this can't be a Paseo 2, because Paseos are Paseo bucks. And yet, Scotty, I don't see any other message from you. Is this just a double? Is this a double Paseo buck right here, man? Scotty, thank you very much for the 2, dude. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Cam, what's up, dude? My Colossus is rank 5 unduped, and he's still pretty good. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. Like, right now, like, you see how I have these temporary buffs on myself? They didn't even have time to go into permanent armor ups. I don't think. Actually, maybe I need to watch the timer a little closer. But the point is, like, you can stack up a few armor ups at least. And get your damage amplified a bit, and all the immunities that he has and all that. Like, just because you can't make them, can't stack the permanent ones. Technically, I think the L1s still do give permanent ones, right? But it's his awakened abilities to where the rest of them come from. And even the champions that I play, Sometimes forget the finer details of them. Also, Brian, I am drafting something. I really, really want you to like it. For some reason, the first thing that popped into my mind, Cam, was like, when you said drafting, like, it's like the, it's the scene from Titanic, right? I think it's from the Titanic where they're drawing that lady naked or something like that. I'm thinking that you're just like sitting in the mirror, drawing yourself naked. But all right, let me know when you're done, and I'll check it out. If it's interesting enough, maybe we could do another podcast about it or something. BG or anyone that could answer, does Colossus need 200 SIGs or 100 is good? Oh, dude, 100's more than good enough, man. I have, my Colossus here, I think he's SIG 60? Yeah, he's SIG 60, but I've been using this, like, after his rework, I think he was only SIG 20, and then I think I added another 20 SIG levels, duping him from some random crystal. And dude, this is good enough, man. This is good enough. Of course, SIG 200's gonna be better, right? It's we can go check out Aunt May. The scaling, it's not like Hyperion where there's almost no difference between SIG 20 and SIG 200. There is more of a difference with Colossus, but I mean, it ain't that big of a difference, you know. Let me see here. She got 5-star SIG ability. So the range is from, let me see, 25 to 52 on this first one. The first one I don't think is as important. Of course, it's still good, and there's, you know, fights where it's gonna really help you ramp up. But the first part is just converting. When you're immune to something, it allows you to convert that to armor ups. But normally, you know, think about immunities in fights. Sometimes you get hit with abilities that would you know, put this on you. But a lot of times, like if you're going up against a bleed champion, let's say, you don't really want to be taking punches to the face that would put the bleeds on you. A lot of times it's like, no, there's a bleed note at the start of the fight that kind of asks you to bring a bleed immune. So you get an armor up from that, and that's it. The second part is more important. Colossus has an 18 to 45% chance to convert an expiring armor up buff into a permanent one. And yeah, what is... So mine's SIG 60. Oh crap, I can't tell which line is which. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, wait a minute, what? Oh, that's weird. Oh, I see, because it's going for this way. Okay, right. So it's this line right here. Okay. Got it. So yeah, it goes up a bit, but the point is, you're still going to be converting armor ups even without being SIG 200. It's not like it goes guaranteed at SIG 200 or something like that. Hang on one sec. Just gonna double check for Scotty, seeing if there was a... I know sometimes like to throw that buck in afterwards. Okay, alright. Still see no message. Alright, so I guess that is a double Paseo buck. Well, thank you again, dude. Eli sending over a buck. Eli, thank you very much. Saying, hey Brian, want to hear the beat rock pun? Well, hold on, because I have to dig something up. Eli. Boo, man. If you don't get it, just boo me. I want to be booed. Well... was no other outcome to this joke possible. Boo. Nick Clanton sent it over a buck. Thank you, dude. Saying, BG, I just got a 2016 3-4 gem from Variant 3. Would you use it on Ultron or Hulkbuster and hope the buff is similar to the beta they had? Yeah, I would use it on Hulkbuster. Between the two, for sure. I think he's just I mean, I kind of had some negative things to say about the rework, but that's only when compared to like the top champions in the game kind of thing. I still think that Hulkbuster is a better champion than like Ultron, you know, after rework, that is. Dude, thank you very much for the buck, though. Clint said it over another two, saying, okay, I'll take an A. Oh, man. Well, Clint, will you settle for the D? Because, oh, that sounded bad the way I just said. Will you settle for a big D? Ah, that still sounds bad. Anyway, I think that's 22. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, dude. What's up, Peanuts? How many potions are you farming per Grandmaster fight? I have no idea. I'm not really farming a specific amount. I'm more of just, I'm still not on the Grandmaster fight. I still have one more stream to do before we're on Grandmaster, where I'll finish up the 2 remaining quests that I have not 100% yet. And then we'll get to the Grandmaster. BG, friendly reminder, use Thing Team. I gotta use Thing when I'm not streaming. Because I don't know, like, the best way to play Thing in here. And I mean, I don't really mind. Like, everybody already knows I'm not the best fighter, and I'm okay with that. That's totally fine. But just hearing it over and over and over again, you're not doing it right. You know, you're playing it wrong. Getting mixed advice without figuring out on my own which advice is actually good advice and which advice is bad. Things like that. It's just way easier to do something like that off stream. So yeah. I mean, I like, here's my knowledge with Thing, basically. I know how to use him to take down the what's it called, node? The node on, you know, the path 7, yeah, path 7, 8, 9, where they converge in Alliance War. Oh, son of a, used the wrong champ. And it's the Aegis Heavy node, and I basically used Thing for that. I used Thing for the Corvus mini boss on counter tactics. There might have been a couple of other situations where I used Thing in Alliance War, but, like, I know his abilities well enough to do those fights. But when it comes to, like, farming potions in Realm of Legends, I get the general idea of, like, you know, going with synergies, take a bunch of damage, and then hit really hard and stuff, but I don't know, like, the optimal way to do it all. BG, did you ever notice how much gold you get from each Realm of Legends fight? You're kind of farming potions and gold. Oh yeah, dude. So when like, the first time I did a big potion farming, which was before I went into Labyrinth of Legends, I'd farmed up like 600 potions or something like that, and I was keeping track of well, I wasn't keeping track of, like, you know, the entire, like, every little bit of gold that I got. I wasn't, like, adding it all up individually or anything. But I was noticing that I was gaining, like, over 1 million gold while doing that farm. So back then I actually had no gold needs whatsoever. I was donating extra gold to the Alliance, and they were covering loyalty. But Then things got more expensive, and not quite hitting all the milestones, and yeah. Hey dude, if you're in here just to advertise your video, please don't. It's not really a cool thing to do, man. Any advice? Who should I rank up to rank 4 first? Venom or Thing, both 5-star and Unawakened. Let me see here. Rank up to rank 4 first, Venom or Thing, both 5-star and Unawakened. Well, it depends. There's, you know, they're both great champions. It depends on what you're looking for. In general, I find myself using Venom a lot more than I use Thing, but there's certain fights where Thing, I mean, he's just the better champion, you know? They're both great for Variant 2, if you need to do Variant 2. Both really good options, especially if you have the synergies to back Thing up. Thing is great for countering, you know, situations where, like Buffet, where you're going to get a buff taken off of you and heal the opponent. He's immune to that. He can go unstoppable, which for nodes like Can't Stop, Won't Stop, of course, is going to be infinitely better than someone like Venom. But yeah, like in general, because Venom is not, because Thing is not awakened, if you don't need to counter like something specifically that he can do with going unstoppable, or you know, some of the other things that I mentioned, then I'd recommend Venom over Thing. There's one other thing to think about though, and that's that Venom, he's a 2015 champion. So if you're going through variants, you can maybe rank both of them up if you can get a 2015 gem for him. So yeah. Roust said it over 5 pounds, saying, BG, awaken my rank 3 Namor today. Been putting my SIGs into Omega, SIG 80. Would you rank 5 Namor and SIG him instead? P.S. Pronounced roast. Oh, whoops, my bad. I should have read that part first. Alright, roast. Got it. My bad. Thank you for including that. I think Omega Red's the better champion between Omega Red and Namor. Part of it might depend on the masteries that you run. I still think, even without running the Suicide masteries, that Omega Red's just a better champion. Overall, of course, there's situations where they both shine. But yeah, if you don't have, like, if you have a specific need for Namor that you're kind of building towards, then sure, make the switch. But otherwise, personally, I would just stick with Omega Red. But Roast, thank you very much for the 5, dude. Really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Ryan Graham will be the only YouTuber that will play Arena after Kabam will close the game. Kabam ain't closing this game anytime soon, man. I don't know if you're saying that because of all the recent videos in the community and stuff like that, but this game ain't going anywhere anytime soon, man. Colossus looks like a beast for future content. I need a level up event. MSD, yeah, dude. He's amazing. Dude, like, he's one of the champions that doesn't rely on suicides. It can still put out crazy levels of damage, too. So, he'd be perfect for you, MSD. BG! What's up, Cody? I should have put a lower level Omega Red on my team here. Keep having to switch. You need that 25 units for the level of event? Yeah, man. Gotta get them 25 units and the revive, you know? Actually, still not uncollected. I'm at 5.2.4, and after I will finish Act 4 100%. I will need to choose between them both, so thank you. Okay, alright. So for 5.2.4, yeah, like, just Act 5 in general, I would say Omega Red all the way. Or wait. Whoops. Did I just mix conversations here? I think I might have. Yeah, I think I. Whoops, my bad. I actually didn't look at the name and was just let's make an assumption. Whoops. You were talking about Thing and Venom, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's a little bit of a tough call. If that's where you're currently at, I'd probably say just go Venom, just because he's easier to use and get the most out of Venom. So yeah. Okay, Avengers X-Force sent it over 2. Thank you, man. Same PG. Level up event is on. Rank 4 Red Skull, perhaps? You know, he's not bad for Havocs. If you need a Havoc counter. I mean, here's the thing. I have no regrets about my rank 4 Red Skull. But I'd be lying to you if I said that I used him anywhere outside of countering Havoc every once in a while. And he's a slow counter. Like, he's a counter, but he is a slow counter. It's not even like he'll be a counter in something like Alliance Wars or something like that. So, but hey, if you need one of those, or you just like the character or something like that, then sure, why not? Man, you know, he's a really good example of a character that if they just made his timers just a little bit looser. Like here, I'm gonna use Red Skull in the next fight, and I'll show what I'm talking about. Where, like, this is a great example, actually, man. Where Red Skull, he has some cool utility. His damage output on his regular hits is not high, but he can deal some actual decent shock damage. But it's so hard to keep it going, even in just like a testing environment like Realm of Legends, let alone an actual node environment. And I wish they just made it so that you can more easily chain his damage, because then he'd be really good. All right, Khan sending over another pound. Thank you very much. Saying tweet please. Okay, you got it. What do we got? Do you think completing 6.3 and 6.4 is realistic with my champs without spending too much? Wait. We're not talking 100% here, right? We're just talking about like single clear. Kind of. Couple things. One, I don't know your personal skill level. I don't know your personal skill level, so of course it's gonna vary for everybody. I'm trying to go through all the bosses in my head right now and trying to see like if you have counters for them. That one crit boss at the end of 6.3, that alone I think would be pretty rough, just looking at the champions you have here. Maybe, at least. Technically Iceman, I don't think would be a great option for it, but you can like survive some L3s or something like that. No, actually that'd be pretty bad. I don't know, dude. It's kind of really hard to say. You have a lot of good champions that are ranked up, but you might run into some boss fights that would just be tough, straight up. Like the Darkhawk fight in 6.4 as well. I don't know exactly how good of counters someone like Captain Marvel would be, or Doom or someone like that. I don't know if those guys would do such a good job. Or Cap Beardo, maybe Cap Beardo. Well, can't really do heavy attacks so much, even though he could block the L1s. A little bit hard to say, man. I wouldn't stress it. Here's what I would do if I were you. I would try it out, and if you find that the content is getting to be a bit too much, don't have the right counter to get through a boss or something like that on your single clear through it, then just slow play it, you know. Back out and come back to it later. That's really the only way you're gonna know is if you just give it like a test run. Want a Red Skull that'll blow your mind? Look up Relax Leader. Okay, I'm interested in this mind-blowing Red Skull. But Cons, thank you very much, dude. I do appreciate the buck and wish you the best of luck as you go through it. All right, how do I even find the Relax Leader? Let me go through Alliance Leaderboard. And dreaming, yeah. BG, my brother stepping down from 4 Loki has created more work for me. Dreaming. Sucks, man. I must have passed it. Where is Relax? Oh, I'm looking at war rating. I'm an idiot, dude. It's an alliance that doesn't really do war. Dang, dude, this rank 3. Sig 102 as well. Oh, this kind of feels bad to look at in a way. Just because I know Sig stones were involved. This wasn't a natural... Dude, I mean, maybe, you know, probably was some natural duping in there, but... Ugh. I've never found his Awaken ability to be useful. Which makes me sad, because it was one of those abilities when I first saw it that I was like, you know, maybe if you're good enough, maybe if you can really get it down to a science. And I never spent enough time to get it down to that science, but I just don't think it's a realistic ability. Of wall charging heavy generates some power per second, and heavy charging can be held for an extended duration. I don't think it's a useful ability. Like, how crazy do you have to be? Like, read the second part of that Awaken ability. Landing a heavy attack when the opponent dashes in, shocks the opponent, dealing a bunch of energy damage over 2 seconds. If I remember correctly, there's like a synergy or something that makes you go unstoppable when hit while charging heavy or something like that. Maybe it's just in his regular abilities. I don't know what it is, but still, it's such an unrealistic thing. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. All right, let's go mess around a little bit with whoops. Let's go mess around a little bit with Red Skull though. They did give him a synergy to land that heavy every so often. Yeah, every so often. That's the thing. Is like, come on. That to me, I don't know what the devs were thinking with that, man. Maybe they just wanted that to be a defensive thing, like when you're fighting against Red Skull or something, but man, it's... Come on, son. That's some garbage right there. But anyway, where's my Red Skull? I don't even remember all of this dude's abilities, all the best ways to play this guy. Oh, you don't have the Resonate synergy on either. We can pull this in there, though. I want more debuffs. I guess we can get some debuffs with Mr. Fantastic. Actually, let me little refresher course on Red Skull. So if I remember correctly, debuffs, yeah, here we go. The opponent's power rate is reduced by 10% for each debuff on them. So if you can stack debuffs, you can make it so they just don't have any power at all. And then you can gain some debuffs with the heavy attack when they're stunned. With the L2, the shocks, each hit shocks the opponent, dealing some energy damage over 2.5 seconds. Shock duration is increased by 50% for each buff on Red Skull. So you want to get 10 armor ups. That's the other thing too. Oh man. So you want debuffs and you want buffs on you. So I think I was using like Heimdall synergy or something like that. But let me see. Screw this guy. To really maximize. Alright, this might not be the absolute most optimal team ever. Don't some of these guys synergize together? No, maybe not. Alright, well, whatever. Let's put these on the team then. Alright, let's do this. Yo, what's up, BG? Hobbit, what's up, dude? What up, man? It should say tangent streams? Maybe. Alright, so we need to get up to 10 armor ups first, which you can do just by gaining bars of power, bars of power, or getting to that L3 as well. So this is already kind of risky enough in fights where, like, you know, you can burn those armor ups just by getting hit. If there was a synergy that made it so that you didn't consume the armor ups on parries too, like, oh man, that would be huge for this guy. I'm just gonna get to an L3. Steel, send it over, Buck. Steel, thank you very much. I will check out your last one after this fight. Now we need to, like, intercept so that I don't lose my armor ups. Technically, I could parry, like, once to... So we're going to be, you know, or twice, really, because we're going to be getting back to an L2. But that would also power drain him, which I don't want to do. I want the easy opening, so... But now that I have 12 buffs on myself... The duration of these shocks will last a pretty good while. And then I could use the L1s, I believe. Should have looked that up. But I'm almost positive. Use the L1s to extend those. But it's just like the timer on it is so tight, man. How does anybody realistically gonna use this in content outside of you know, this little testing environment right here? But the actual damage ain't that bad, like 688 ticks for rank 4. I mean, then again, compare that to Omega Red, and, well, yeah. And this is with suicides and a not suicide-friendly champ and all that, but... I mean, it does have other utility that Omega Red doesn't, with the power reduction that the opponent has and all that good stuff. Wish he was better, guys. Wish he was better. Alright, I'm going to keep going through this fight, though, because we're almost done, and, yeah, if I quit out, it'd be just as fast just to come in here with a different champ. So I might as well finish it. He's pretty tanky, too. The only real damage I'm taking is from recoil. Of course, I'm taking a lot of it. Yeah, man, I wish that timer was just not quite so tight. Maybe the shocks dealt a little bit more damage, things like that. Can a rank 3 6-star do this in sub 100 hits? I don't know, dude. I really don't know. Now rank 5 Red Skull do it? Dude, I almost did rank 5 my Red Skull to get through the itemless paths, man. I wanted to. I really wanted to. But I was holding on to my tech gem to see if I pulled Ghost, and well, you all know how that goes. Should have just used it on this guy, probably. Oh, no! Oh, good thing I'm super tanky. And of course, you can't stack the shocks any further either. So. But okay. What is that? 221 hits, and I didn't even get a potion. That is the kick in the pants that's going to make me never play Red Skull ever again, not getting that potion. Okay, Steel. Where are you at? Thank you again. Saying, hey man, when I bought a ticket for this stream, it said potion farming stream, not testing stream. Grrr. Well, if I got a potion there, I could have shut you up, but instead, you shut me up. Oh, man. Last Arnie, what's up, dude? ABG, 7-year-old, had a Zoom class yesterday. The prof's internet went out and was made the host. He muted all, pretended to teach, and just said fart over and over till the teacher joined back. It was great. Oh, my God, dude. I mean, that's... As a 7-year-old, what else do you really need to know other than, other than farts, man? That's great. Alright. Let's get Colossus back in here, I guess. Or you know what? No, let's change it up to a little bit of hype action. I like farm with hype, man. He's fun. Alright, what team? I guess... combination of the Quake. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do the combination of the Quake, Hawkeye team and the Black Bolt Ronin team. Cool. What did we get over here too? Oh, a little bit of crit damage rating. All right. Let's do that. Let's go. Why don't you farm with Flaming Trinity? My Domino is rank 4. So, yeah, I'll be going with these rank 5s. For sure. Alright, we got some good Furies here, man. This L3 alone is going to hit pretty hard. How fast can Havoc do it? This fight? I don't know. I'm sure like a super high level Havoc with their, you know, with their L3 or something like that could probably shut this fight down pretty quick, but if you don't have a super high level one, the L3 is not going to kill Winter Soldier or... Wait, actually, is it L3 or is it L2 that hits super hard? I mean, they both do, right? But, like, which one is harder? Either way. I don't know. Either way, I'm sure he's decent, but probably not the fastest. GG, did you manage to get to Aegon round 2? One Punch Man, what's up, dude? I didn't go for him in round 2. I would have got him. Sucks, man. I totally would have got him. Like, the score that I put up in round 1 was higher than what was needed in round 2, but... Well... Oh, want a power rating trivia question? Sure, Dreamin'. Yeah, hit me with it, dude. about Darkhawk, Hawkeye, Dual Black Panther, Starkey? Hawkeye becomes pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, he's not bad, but I don't know. He's still just Hawkeye. Like, Hawkeye's biggest thing, the biggest thing about him is his power drain. And kind of needs speed in Realm of Legends to get these potions in a reasonable amount of time. So, even with all those synergies, it's not going to increase Hawkeye's speed to match some of these other champs. His power drain is still great and everything, but, you know. Yeah, so your score round 1, heartbreaking dude. Been there more than most. Yeah, man, I know you have. It always sucks, but yeah, it's kind of whatever. I got a 6-star Aegon, so it was mind blowing to me more so than like disappointing. Couldn't believe a champion that had been out as long as Aegon has to go that high. Like, he's an amazing champion and all, but still kind of mind blowing. Says a lot about the champions that are being released now. BG3, the all-time death record was set by our beloved leader with 12. This season, that record was tied by the formerly great and now scrubby Dreamin', who shattered the record with 15. Oh boy. I hate when you ask these questions, man. I really hate when you ask these questions because now I just have to name somebody. and if I get it right, well, that's bad because then it's like, oh, I knew this person would die a lot. And if I get it wrong, well, then it's even worse because I'm just like, you know, assuming that the person is so bad that they died that much. Oh, man, dude, I don't know. I'm not even sure, like, who all the people are in that battle group are anymore, you know? Trick question, it was Dreamin' again? Oh, man, was it? I don't think it was Dreamin' again. I don't think he would ask this question if it was Dreamin', so. BG3 was me, Taters, Cam, Pete, Bryn, Wally, Brett, Enzo, Heatach, Dap. I don't think it's Dap. Because I feel like this would be a good season for him. With Quake. I don't think it's Brett. Brett, I feel like in the past he did some kind of wild things, and Brett's a little bit of a wild card where, you know, or at least he used to be. I can't exactly speak for how he is now, but he never let his deaths get that out of control. Sometimes he would do some questionable matchups, but I don't think it's Brett. Oh man, I hate narrowing this list down, dude. I really hate narrowing this list down. I don't want to say, man. I'm not gonna say. No, I give up. Nope. I'm not saying. I have a name in mind, but nope. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. Oh god, what the heck? She blocked me? I'm gonna die! I don't have any backup options, man. Taking too much recoil damage. Give him a hint. Like, this won't be the first time you guessed it. No, I don't even want to hit, man. I don't want to. I'm out. Pull the plug on that one. BG, what is your favorite book? Oh man, I forget the name of it. My favorite book. I can't remember the name, but it's the one where they give you all those black lines, and it comes with a box of crayons. And there's like a turtle, and one of them was just like a spiral. One of them had a nice picture where there was like a sun and some grass, which I never really understood the grass because there was no lines to color in, but the grass was there anyway, so it was like you just had to color over the lines. It's really confusing, actually. BG totally knows. Man up and answer. Nah, I'm good, man. Yo, BG, hope you're having a great Saturday. Oh man, it's Saturday? I didn't even know, but yeah, I'm having a great day so far. Thanks for always answering my questions. Appreciate your feedback and help. How do you get Infinite Streak in 4-star featured arena? Well, the 4-star featured arena, the first, getting on the Infinite Streak is kind of the same for most arenas, where I would say, like, rounds 1 through 9, you kind of just use whatever crap teams you have. I usually just, like, sort opposite in terms of ranks and just use, like, my lowest level teams. Oh, I forgot to use an L3 here. Whoops. And then after that, I usually just use my best teams from, like, 10 to 15. And then you're kind of on the Infinite Streak. You're through, like, the Kang and Thanos matches. But you're not officially there until, it's usually, like, 18 or something like that. But I just call it 20 just to make it nice and safe. So I'm basically still using my best champions until I get to 20. And by the way, like, I don't know what your roster looks like. So when I say use best teams, sometimes you're going to, like, if you have high enough champions, you'll get Kang and Thanos matches. And if you don't have high enough champions, well, then you might have to struggle through, like, some kind of death matches. But hopefully your best champions can handle them. But then once you're on the actual Infinite Streak, you can use rank 2 5-star champions or rank 4 4-star champions, or you can mix in a little bit lower, and you can mix in like rank 3 4-star champions. You can use 2 of them with 1 rank 5 4-star, or same thing with the 5-stars. You can take 1 rank 3 5-star and mix in 2 rank 1 5-stars, and yeah. The streak for the 5-star arena has recently changed, but for the 4-star featured arena, that is still how it works. Hope that helps. So I always find it a little bit confusing, kind of just spouting off some numbers and stuff like that. I feel like a visual reference is a lot easier to understand, but I hope that at least helps. Can't Abdo hear me in Discord, BG? I don't know. Did you check your mic settings and stuff? Or maybe it's something on his end? I have no idea. Banana cream pie or banana bread? I don't know if I've really had either of those things, to be honest, man. I just like bananas just regular bananas, man. I like banana. Most banana things I actually don't like banana Slurpees. Yeah, I love Slurpees and I love bananas, but I don't love a banana Slurpee. Or banana candy, like the runts. The bananas are my least favorite. My least favorite run. People taint banana with trying to make different things out of instead of just leaving the banana to be pure. Banana custard, 100%? I don't think I've had banana custard. Oh, crap. She was stunned, wasn't she? And I wasn't paying attention. Hey, whoops. Enjoyed your vid on the changes, but leave Quake alone. Also, Abdo sucks. Wow. I don't think I mentioned Quake in the video even, did I? I tried not to. I tried to avoid any sort of nerf conversation whatsoever in the video. I guess I did say Quake for like a small scale PvP, but I'm not saying that she would always be out. You'd get to use her sometimes. It's just that sometimes you also wouldn't get to use her, kind of thing. Unpeeled bananas he wears? Yeah, dude, the unpeeled bananas, those are the best, actually. Now I want banana runts? You're a sick man, Carl. Like, don't get me wrong, I still eat them, okay? I'm not just gonna throw away some candy. I'm not a monster, but... like, I definitely prefer the other ones, man. The little oranges, or the hearts, or the green apples. I don't know what that purple thing is still to this day. That originally wasn't in runts, but at some point they added them. The purple eggs. I don't know, man. What are those? Are those grapefruits or something? I don't even know. Actually, a grapefruit doesn't look like that, does it? So it can't be a grapefruit. What is that thing? I gotta look it up. But I eat them. It's been a while since I had runts. I've been really trying to keep off the candy. It's been like 3 months since I had any candy, guys. Should be proud of me. Proud of myself on that one. Bit of a candy fiend, man. All right, hold on. Let's look this up together here. Flavors of runts candy. Thanks. This is the first picture that pops up. Like, no, duh. This is the... Alright, I want to know what they all are. Hold on. Let's go to Google. Okay, here we go. So we've got the current 5 flavors of runts are banana, yellow. Thanks for clarifying that, Google. Grape, purple. That's grape? Really? I mean, yeah, I usually suspect that purple is grape for most candy, but dude. Wow, 3 whole effing months slow clap. Thank you, man. Seriously, it's grape for the purple runts? Dude, it does not taste anything like grape to me. I don't know. Maybe my taste buds are off, but okay, then we got orange for orange, duh. Strawberry is the pink hearts. I guess they're also shaped like strawberries, but I always thought they were hearts. The green apple. And I guess that's it. There was lime and cherry. Hold on. Which also included lime, which is green, and cherry. So those 2 were taken out, I guess. Anyway. BG, name at least 5 purple fruits. Good luck, dude. I got nothing. I said grapefruit. Even though it's not purple. That was my answer. Ethan Bersinger? Am I saying it? I don't know if I messed up your last name. I'm so sorry. But Ethan, thank you very much. Very generous 10. Thank you, dude. Saying, yo, BG, path recommendations for 6.2.6. Explored 6.4. So now I suppose it's time to do it. Did you do one long one and then all the gated ones? Thanks. We can go pop into that quest real quick and take a little bit of a look around. I don't recommend chaining too many of them together, but there are a few that you can chain together. Hang on. We'll go take a little look at it. So, I mean, the biggest one that I did, I combined the Mystic Gate with two others, I believe. But everyone approaches that quest a little bit differently. But let me see if I can provide a little bit of advice, at least. So, if we take a look just at all of the linked nodes, I'm going to call out the worst ones that should probably be done alone. Or, if not alone, then, you know, just, like, be careful. Like, don't mix them with some of the hardest ones, you know. So, no retreat should be done alone. It's the science path, and yeah, I highly recommend just doing this one alone for sure. Prove yourself, I didn't find to be that bad if you can one-shot the boss, but it can get tricky if you can't one-shot him because... Actually, no. Yeah, prove yourself's not that bad. I was thinking about the end of the fight, but no, you kind of have to do the 15 hits to keep giving the champion power anyway. So that way you can keep evading his specials, because he's not going to take damage anyway. So prove yourself actually wasn't that bad. This could be mixed in with other ones. Dismay is kind of another one where ideally you're not getting hit from the champion anyway, and if you're going to be getting hit, you're probably going to die. So having some dismay damage, really not a big deal. You can certainly mix that in with others. Aspect of Death, same thing here. It's you really don't want to get hit by a special attack from the champion anyway. And if you do, well, you're probably going to die. So Aspect of Death wasn't too bad. Enhanced abilities is kind of rough because, well, depending on the champion that you're using. If you're using She-Hulk, then I don't think you always get your slow to prevent Unstoppable or something like that. Or so I'm told. I used Sim Supreme for this, so it wasn't bad. Unblockable at the first 6 seconds. This one's actually pretty rough, believe it or not. Even though it's only 6 seconds, you can find yourself getting backed up against the wall. So maybe be careful with how you mix this one in. Burden of Might was also pretty tough. Be careful how you mix that one in. And then Spite is tough too, but that's with the Mystic Gate. So, but like, yeah, you can mix in the ones that I said were tough. You can mix in the ones that I said weren't tough, basically, but it depends on your other champions. So, for example, this Hyperion has Burden of Might, and just being able to go around all of these paths, to have ways to deal with all the different immunities that are here, you might not even be able to handle other paths while you do that. I don't know how to give you advice on like exactly what you should do for this quest, just because everyone has the different champions, you know. But oh dang, dude, I should do this quest to grab this full energy refill right there, man. I should totally do that. Where is the this path too has Do You Bleed on it, and has Aspect of Death, so sometimes just bringing in the right champions for Do You Bleed can make it tough to chain with other nodes. That's kind of what I'm getting at for the fight. Honestly, I don't find the paths in this quest to be that difficult. There are some challenging fights. Like down here, these, you know, the Civil Warrior is kind of tough. The Infinity Man, kind of tough. But it's more so just the champion itself. So I wouldn't recommend, like, stacking up too many nodes. Again, man, I don't know if any of that helped. I feel like I wasn't super clear with the advice, but it really does depend on everybody's roster and what how they're able to combine those. Just whatever you do, my recommendation is for sure to do no retreat by itself. The rest of them, no retreat and unblockable. Like, oh man, you don't have to do unblockable by itself, I suppose, but really just no retreat, I guess. Beyond that, as long as you have the champions to get through the path, you can kind of do whatever. But yeah, I would... Don't go too nuts with it. You'll make it, getting through the paths, a more difficult time than it needs to be. Thank you very much for the 10. Like I said, I don't know if any of that helped, but thank you very much, dude. Really do appreciate the support. Leo said it over 5, saying, Sup, BG, which champ do you believe is easiest to hardest in Variant 1? Oh, which chapter do you believe is easiest to hardest? Basically reverse order. I found chapter 3 to be the most difficult, followed by chapter 2, followed by chapter 1. Chapter 2 and 3 are pretty close in difficulty, but I did find chapter 3 to be more difficult. And chapter 1 is by far the easiest, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's easy content. It's just easier than the others. And Leo, thank you very much for the 5. B. Daniels sent it over another 20. B. Daniels. Dude, thank you very much. Saying tweet 45-second vid. Okay. Wait. Let me reset this. It didn't look like 45 seconds. That seemed pretty quick, man. Oh, that was the end of it. Oh, dude, nice. I was like, wait a minute. Nice, man. Are you about to pop some stuff open, perhaps? Or... Oh, snap. Here we go, dude. Oh, here we go. The big bad 6-star. What's it gonna be? Please be something good, man. Please be something good. Well, I mean, Luke Cage is cool. I don't know if you already had him awakened. If that was a first time awakening, I would say that's not bad at all. If that was just 20 extra SIG levels, then I'm so sorry. More farming, less talking. Yeah. Starting to sound like Pixie Bell last Sardian. Alright, let's get back to it. Crap, wrong area. First time awakening? Okay. Alright. Don't try to spin it 15k. Luke Cage sucks. Well, I mean, I'm sure it's not what he was going for, but I think Luke Cage is cool. Alright, let's go back to Omega Red. Yeah, let's do that. What am I doing here? Grab my Void. And Magneto. That's why I put smiley faces then sad face on tweet though. Oh, dude, I didn't even pay attention to those faces. Yeah. Oh, the crying faces. I should have known. Yeah, man. He's cool though. Like, I don't know. like I said, if I popped open a 6-star crystal, it's not first choice, but well, there's worse champions out there, man. Do I really? My bad, carry on, PG. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I'm sure you are too, but PG, can you do a Medusa run or use her to farm? I could. I don't have deep wounds on right now though, which definitely hurts her, but yeah. After I do these 2 fights with Omega Red, we could pull out the old Medusa. Maybe I'll rank 3. Whoa, 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 B. Daniels. I don't know about that, man. My bush has eyes. Douglas, dude. Bush does have eyes. Man, Douglas, thank you for all the support. The eyeballs, your banana, it's staring right back at me. Alright, let's do this Cap Marvel fight, and then we'll go grab Medusa. So with Medusa, without deep wounds, I think it's better just to spam special 3s. Otherwise, the special 2s would be faster. So we're gonna have to do that. What's wrong with the rank 3 Luke Cage? I mean, it's better than Red Skull. Yeah, you're right, but I mean, I'm not gonna be rank 3 in either of those. If you could only have 3 champs in this game, who would you pick? 6-star Man-Thing, 5-star Man-Thing, 4-star Man-Thing. I don't know. Only 3 champions? I don't think I'd play this game if I could only have 3 champions, man. That's what makes this game good. It's the fact that it has so many champions. I just wish some of them were a bit better, you know? I'd have to start thinking about who doesn't really need synergies and all that stuff. One of them would probably be Ghost, and I would just say screw the synergies. Venom a Duck, Omega Red, Void. I thought you would pick. Nah. Not even a Man-Thing in there? Oh, Poos and Poos. Alright, let's cut all of these dudes. Get the royal family involved. I don't know what synergy is best. Like, this is a team I used to use when farming, but it probably is still best. But I was thinking, like, you know, there's Nick Fury now. And if we wanted to do like a full run, which I don't really want to do, but if we did want to do a full run, it'd probably be best to have Nick Fury on the team to be able to shrug off the bleed and heal from it at the start of each fight. And then I think she could do full realm clears, but Medusa ain't the fastest when it comes to potion farming. Like, she's pretty quick. The fights will go fast enough. But just due to the fact that you, like, you're using special 3s, that slows things down. And it's not like the special 3 of Hyperion where I'm just doing, like, 1 special 3 and then stun locking from there. It's maybe only 1 special 3, but I'm not stun locking the opponent, so. Hit me, dude, hit me. Hit me, so I can keep my Furies. No! Oh my god, that's the worst case scenario right there. My Fury just expired. I was trying to auto block so that I can lose a few Furies and then alright, well this is an especially slow fight now. But I was trying to auto block so I go back down to 3 Furies and then pop my L3. And of course, he used it right as my Fury was expiring. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The timer's still going, though? Or did it just pause? That's different. I don't think it used to work like that, right? Oh, what the... What the heck is going on with my Furies, man? I just have two sets of Furies going right now? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? That might be a good thing, actually. What the heck? It definitely didn't work like that in the past. What's gonna happen when these expire? Dude, that's kind of wild, man. So I always just have some perfect block protection. I always have Furies cycling. That's interesting, man. I think that's a bug, but I don't know. Oh, man. Okay. BG, tweet one last time if you can. Sure. What we got, B. Daniels? You got the Catalyst. I wouldn't do it, though, man. There's a lot of good science champions in this game. Luke Cage, he's alright. You know, maybe rank 2 worthy. But rank 3, oof. You got to do some grocery shopping, BG. I'm not saying our healthy lifestyle has deteriorated under quarantine, but I just asked our 7-year-old what his favorite fruit is, and he answered sausage. Oh no, dude. Well, you know, at least he knows what he likes, so that's good. All right, lads. All right, have a good one, man. Stay safe out there in the wild. The wild grocery stores. What's up, Dingus? Did you get some sun today? Looking a little more red than usual. Nah, but I did get some sun yesterday, man. Hit me. I want to do this again. Okay, cool. Douglas, I don't know what 2 pounds saying last, please. All right, Douglas, where are you at? Saying, so gonna let you decide next rank 5, Doom or Colossus, you pick. Oh, dude. Douglas, how is anybody supposed to pick between those 2 champions, man? Oh, God. I guess Doom, I would say. I love Colossus, but Doom is, he's just so cool, man. But yeah, I guess I would go Doom. Yeah, see my L2, it doesn't do enough damage without deep wounds on. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to do 2 cycles of L3s. Need them deep wounds. Oh, I forgot to do enough double mediums to armor shatter. My Medusa skills, I still know how to play her, but it's not like second nature anymore. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna go Doom, Douglas, but get them both to rank 5 when you can, man. Whenever possible, do that, because they're both great. Okay, speaking of going outside, it's freaking gorgeous out right now. Zoe and I just got back from a walk through the forest, and there were surprisingly fewer people than I expected. Really nice out. Dude, there's been a ton of people out lately, Abdo. People have been needing this fresh air and stuff like that. There's so many people out. But everyone's like, you know, trying to be respectful of everyone else. Like walking down the sidewalks, stepping in the streets and stuff like that. Doug has sent over another 2 saying, okay, thanks, Doom it is. Yeah, nice, dude. Get that Doom. Alright, on that note though, guys, I think, like Abdo said, it's beautiful outside, you know? I need more potions, but there'll be other opportunities to farm potions. I'm going to call it for right now. Let's see if we can get 5.5 revives worth of units out of this one crystal right here. Maybe now Winter Soldier and Killmonger synergy. I don't have a high enough level Winter Soldier. Otherwise, I would love to do that. But I have like a rank 3. Respond to your wife. Oh, is my wife in here? She got inside. It's so nice out in the sun. Oh, she is in here. Come on, units, 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 units. Guild. PG, since we won't have testing tomorrow, can we do an Act 7 beta stream, please? Maybe. Maybe, Abdo. I did want to hop into the beta and check some things out for myself, because I've heard other people talk about it, but I don't know how it is, so yeah, maybe. But on that note, everybody, it is time to call it. Where is my beautiful egg crystal? There it is. The one and only. 15-year anniversary today? Yeah, guys. My wife and I have been together for 15 years. Not married for 15 years. But we've been together for 15 years. Raid Dooley? Oh, is Dooley on? Sure. Man, I never get to raid Dooley Ray. Let me grab a link real quick. Oh, he's doing Abyss? Oh, dang, dude. Okay. Yeah, guys. Say what's up to Dooley Ray. Dude is super nice. He's going through Abyss of Legends right now. Man, his thumbnail is pretty sick, actually. He did a good job with the thumbnail. I like it. And yeah, man. Go cheer him on. Even if you only pop in for a minute to wish him good luck. And you know, hit that little button for him and all that. I'm sure he would appreciate that very much. So head on over there. And I will see you guys later on tonight. I'll be back in about 6 hours, a little bit less than 6 hours, as long as I'm not late. But yeah, I need to head out of here. I will see you guys later. Oh, and B Daniels, thank you very much for being today's biggest D. Thank you very, very much. Super fast last, Hunter. Super fast. What do we got? Can you do the thing, Brian, while the sun's out? Oh my god. This thing? Haven't you seen enough of this big head? I did an entire video of Big Head Hunter. But alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.